Good afternoon, everyone. It is hard to believe that our fantastic Chuseok holiday is over and the midterm exam is on its way. Maybe to some people it'll be a good feeling to prepare for the midterm exam, but to others it may not. I guess I belong to the second group. Just like this, everyone has their preferences, especially on what they don't like. Do you have things you don't like? In my case, insurance and sales are two things I don't really like. Interesting fact here is that I used to work as an insurance salesperson early this year. That's me when I was trained in the camp, and he looks so happy, but I got fired after 2 months. And this is the diary I wrote when I worked for the company, and it shows the number of people I met to make a contract. I guess I met 55 people in March only, but the process wasn't that successful. Today, I'm going to talk about one episode from my former job and what I learned from it. So first, how come I became interested in the world of insurance company? Even though I really don't like insurance and sales. It's a total coincidence. January 2017, right after winter school was over, I was looking for some activities which might be helpful to my resume. While looking on my Facebook page, I ran into an advertisement by Samsung Life Insurance Company saying 5-day long learning session on sales and insurance. At the time, I had no particular plan for the vacation, so I decided to take the course. It was a typical lectures on insurance, risk management, tax refund, and so on. But these are not the one which changed my perspective and attitude toward my life. There was an activity called LAMAD, standing for Life Adjustment Marketing Ability Development. Simply saying, it is about a mission to make a profits out of tight budget 100,000 won. Rule was simple: a team which earns most profits will win, and a team which loses money has to cover the loss. So 4 groups, including my team, delved into coming up with the ideas. Let me show you guys my idea. So buying a whiteboard, dice, and a prize, and attracting people to do gambling against us. Well, it may sound stupid, but that was the best option my team had. So we went to Gangnam Station exit 10 because we thought that there should be a lot of people there a lot of people whom we can attract. We paid 30,000 won to buy those things to implement our mission. On the board, we wrote down lucky dice. Play and win the precious prize for your beloved person. Here comes the problem. No one in my group was trying to attract people on the street. They were too shy, and they thought attracting people on the streets was shameful considering their level of education. I was exactly like them. First thing came to my mind was, why should I lower myself to those random people on the streets who may look down upon me? Doing nothing, 30 minutes passed. We only have another, we had another 30 minutes before going back to our office. Well, at that point, another thing came to my mind. There is nothing for me to lose. As those people are random to me, so am I to them. They will never ever remember me. Besides, I have my mission to complete. Basically, I thought doing anything was better than doing nothing and going back. So, I picked up the board and shouted out loud in the middle of the Gangnam streets. Play the lucky dice. You may get a flower for your beloved person with only 1,000 won. Come and play. I strolled down the street for another 30 minutes. Seriously, I will never forget the moment I spitted out those expressions. I was so nervous that cold sweat ran down my back. But you know what? Something surprising happened afterwards. On the second trial, I found myself speaking out loud with less hesitation and fear. I was focusing on my job, attracting my potential buyers. Thereafter, 30 minutes passed, and we went back to our office. So, what happened to my team? Did it win the first place? What do you think? Well, unfortunately, we were the tail ender with 30% loss, and this was a record high loss of profits ever since this activity was performed. So you may think this means nothing, as my team failed the mission and won last place. However, I did learn something from this. In short, it's about the value of failure. Let's think what happened. Think about what would have happened if I had not picked up the board and spoken out loud in the middle of the streets and returning to the office without doing nothing. Well, as I said before, I may be the same as before because there was nothing to lose from the beginning. But here is what I got from this challenge, this change of attitude. To me, from that moment, I am the person who shouted in the middle of the Gangnam Street, which is one of the most visited places in Korea. Is there anyone who did that? Is there anyone who did that in the Gangnam Street? Please raise your hands. Maybe none, I guess. Although I failed my mission completely, I know that I can stand right in front of the people and speak what I want. Of course, it's still not easy for me, but what I'm saying is that I am able to do it. Also, that short period of time to make a change, to further myself to the limit, can change my attitude toward life and also my perspective to see the world. I'm not saying that I turn into a completely different person from that moment. What I'm trying to say is I have the strength, and this strength will push me to the place where I've never been, no matter how I succeed or fail in the end. A famous American comedian and actor, he said, no human ever became interesting by not failing. The more you fail and recover and improve, the better you are as a person. Ever meet someone who's always had everything work out for them with zero struggle? They usually have the death of poodle or they don't exist. I truly believe what he said. Here, I'd like to you audience to say that one step further, which you might think not necessary or you may be afraid of, is all you need to expand your world and improve yourself. One step further. Thank you.